Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name is Kate. Today, since Valentine's Day is tomorrow, I am ranking the Percy Jackson, Percy Jackson. It's not even just Percy Jackson. What am I saying? Rick Riordan couples that I have encountered. Just a heads up. This only includes Percy Jackson, the Heroes of Olympus, the Kane Chronicles. That's it. I have not finished the Magnus Chase series, nor have I finished the Trials of Apollo series. So, I don't have any of those couples, except for couples that showed up in Trials of Apollo that have already shown up in previous books. So, there's not going to be anything with Magnus Chase. There's not going to be hardly anything with Apollo, except I do have an honorable mention to the couple of Josephine and Hemithia from the book The Dark Prophecy. They are a big role in that book, but since we've only got to see them in one book, I think they're very adorable. I love that Rick has shown he's diversifying his relationships in his books. I love it, and we're seeing something we hadn't seen previously in the Riordan verse. I don't know what we're calling it. Okay. I also want to say that I do not hate any of these couples. Do not hate any of them. I love all of them. I just want to throw that out there. I do not hate any of them. These are just ranked on my personal opinions, basically on the characters. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have just a bunch of reasoning of why I put them where I put them, but again, I have not finished the Trials of Apollo series, so if anything happens to these couples, except for the top one staying where it is, if anything happens with these couples past book 2 of Trials of Apollo, I don't know. I don't. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm sorry. So, let's just get started. I have 9 couples here. 9. In 9th place, we have Jason and Piper. Okay. Let me explain. So, Jason and Piper first showed up in the first Heroes of Olympus series. Why do I not like them? It's mainly because I think Jason is a weak character. I'm not the biggest fan of, I don't know. I like the Heroes of Olympus, but the amount that he had to spread, he had 7 characters, main characters, and then we had to spread the love over, and some of them felt weak. And I think Jason and Frank, who we will get to in his own time, Jason and Frank, in particular, I think are weaker characters. Jason is OP. He's very OP, being the son of Zeus. But, like, his sister Talia, I feel like Talia has a lot more, felt like she has more character to her than Jason does. And Jason just feels OP, and he's just the soldier character. And I don't hate Jason and Piper together. I just think that their relationship hasn't developed and it's developed some. There is development, and especially it happened in the Blood of Olympus, book 5 of the Heroes of Olympus series. I just don't feel like there was enough to make me love them more than I already like them, but it's just, I don't know. There was just, I needed more, okay? Needed more than what was given. In 8th place, speaking of Frank, it's Hazel and Frank. And the reason I put Hazel and Frank above Jason and Piper is because Hazel and Frank in the beginning had, or not really in the beginning, but when they met Leo in book 3, they had this interesting kind of dynamic of Leo being the descendant of her her ex-boyfriend. His grandfather was her ex-boyfriend. And that kind of caused this kind of interesting thing going on in there. Besides, Jason and Piper didn't really have that kind of conflict, really. And Hazel and Frank at least had a little bit of interesting thing going on for a little bit. I don't know. I also think Frank is a little bit of a more interesting character than Jason is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I hate it. But I think Frank just becoming... I like his story in Son of Neptune. And I think it sets him up to be a pretty interesting character for the rest of the series. That I had forgotten about, to be honest. And I think he deserves a little bit more credit than I originally gave him. Okay, so number 7 is Coach Hedge and Millie. I think they're just so cute. These next two, I just think they're so cute. And you'll understand. I think Coach Hedge and Millie are super cute. I love them. I love Coach Hedge. It's just like him secretly calling Millie in the middle of the night. She's pregnant. She's gonna have a baby. Oh my goodness. They were just so cute. I love them so much. Do I really have a reason behind loving them as much as I do? No, but I do. So, I just think they're so cute. Okay, we're just moving on. Okay, number 6 is Sally Jackson, and her boyfriend, Paul. I love Sally Jackson. If you don't like Sally Jackson, get off my channel right now. Just leave. I don't care. You can say goodbye to me, and I just don't care. I love Sally Jackson. And Sally Jackson deserves the absolute world. She put up with an abusive husband for so long because his smell kept monsters away from Percy, because she couldn't protect Percy from monsters. And Percy wasn't ready to fight monsters just yet. And she just put up with this dude for so long. So Sally Jackson deserves somebody better. And she found Paul. And Paul puts up with everything that happens with Percy. And I think he's just a wonderful man. We don't see him very often, but I think he's just a wonderful man. And they deserve each other. Sally deserved a good man, and she found it in Paul. And then they're having a baby. And I'm just... Is there a trend happening? I don't know, but I love Sally. And I'm just so happy that Sally found a good man in Paul. She deserved it so much. She deserves all the love in the world. Okay, so moving away from the Camp Half-Blood stories, we have number 5, Carter and Zia from the Kane Chronicles. I didn't really know where to put these, and I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. I love the Kane Chronicles, by the way. I just absolutely adore the Kane Chronicles. If you haven't read the Kane Chronicles, what is wrong with you? Read it. There's going to be a film series coming out on Netflix here soon. Read it. It's 3 books. Really good. This is not the only couple on this list. But Carter and Zia, they're the least interesting couple of the Kane siblings, and you'll see why. I feel like Rick put all of the weird relationship stuff all on Sadie. and her relationship. And Carter and Zia have this more traditional kind of relationship, in the sense, kind of, is it spoilers? I think it's spoilers. There's some things that happen at the end of the first book that makes things interesting for the rest of the series. And she's never experienced love in there, like that. She's experienced platonic love, familial love, but she's never experienced romantic love. And Carter showing her this is really cute. He's really dork. I love Carter. I love Carter so much. I'm sorry. This is just me simping over these characters. Okay. Moving on. We're going back to the Camp Half-Blood stories. We have number 4, Leo and Calypso. I love Leo. The reason why he's at number 4 is when we get to Trials of Apollo, the first book, or second book, there seems to be trouble in paradise, and I don't particularly know how their relationship is doing, post Leo saving Calypso. I think they're still super cute, but there's something going on there I don't know just yet. That Calypso is now mortal, after leaving her island, and being with Leo. I think they're still a cute couple. They're number 4. Okay, number 3. Number 3 is our one and only main, big gay couple for the Camp Half-Blood series. And that is Will and Niko. Oh my gosh. I love Niko. Niko is my precious little grumpy cinnamon roll. I am so glad by the end of the 5th book, they didn't meet until the 5th book, the Heroes of Olympus series, that Niko found somebody that would love him and give him love, because he needed love. Not a lot of people put up with Niko, but Will does, and I absolutely adore it. When we move on to Trials of Apollo, their relationship has progressed, and I'm so happy that their relationship progressed to the point that they're making excuses for each other. It's so cute. When you read about them in the first book of Trials of Apollo, it's so cute. So cute. It's so cute. That's why they're number 3. Their relationship. Okay, number 2 is going back to the Kane Chronicles. This is not going to make a whole lot of sense if you have not read the Kane Chronicles. Also, kind of spoilers. So, stop and come back for number 1. You will see a mug. You will see a mug when I'm talking about number 1. So, come back when there's a mug if you don't want to be spoiled for the end, kind of the ending of Kane Chronicles. It's not a huge spoiler, but come back for number 1. I think you'll know, but I appreciate if you come back for number 1. So number 2 is Sadie and Walt and Anubis. So at the end of the 3rd Kane Chronicles, Walt and Anubis kind of just together? Is it possession? It's confusing what the God-human dynamic thing is. They kind of coexist together. Anubis has a body, a mortal body he can come on Earth in, and then Walt was dying, so he needed Anubis. Anubis is keeping him alive. So they're the same, but different. They're very different. And I would like to see the relationship. I would love to see a sequel series explaining more of their relationship and how everything works. What is the dynamics of their relationship? I just want to know, is it a polyamorous relationship? Did Rick Riordan write a polyamorous relationship into his books? I would like to know. This was a love triangle that I absolutely adored. I did not know who to root for. I didn't know if I wanted her to be with Walt or Anubis. Like, Anubis is introduced in the first book, and I was like, Sadie and Anubis, that's cute. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's really, really cute. And then Walt shows up in the second book, and I was like, oh no. And I really like Walt too, and I'm just like, oh no. I don't know who you want to be with, like, or I want you to be with, or who you should be with. I don't know. And I just, and then in the end, it just, their polyamorous relationship, question mark. They both love Sadie. And there's some interesting points with both of them working together in, like, the same body. I'm confused. Nothing is explained. I need Rick Riordan to come here and explain to me their relationship and their dynamics. I just need Rick Riordan to write another book in the Kane Chronicles. And I'm so interested to see how they deal with that in the TV show. Not TV show, the movie. Alright, and number 1 should come to no surprise. It's Percy and Annabeth. Number 1 is Percy and Annabeth. Percy and Annabeth are my all-time favorite couple. Like, there's nothing that's ever going to beat Percy and Annabeth for me. I think they are the most adorable couple. I love them so much. They've grown over the 3 series, and I love them so much. I think that their relationship going from friends to eventual lovers to getting thrown into literal hell together. Like, they survived hell together. Can you break up after that? I don't know. Can you literally break up with somebody that you went to literal hell with and survived literal hell with? And seeing a side of you that, like, having that person say a side of you that they've never seen before and never knew that it could, like, see, oh my gosh, I love Percy. And then Percy shows up at the beginning of Trials of Apollo, and they're doing normal mortal things, and I love it so much. I love Percy's appearance in the first book of the Trials of Apollo series. It's just, I love it so much. I just love Percy and Anna. And if you disagree with me, get off this channel too. If you don't think they're supposed to be together, just get off this channel. Get off now. I got this mug not too long ago. It's Percy and Annabeth kissing, and just, like, I love it so much. I love this couple. Alright, and that is ranking 9 of the Percy Jackson Kane Chronicles, Heroes of Olympus, kind of Trials of Apollo, because we don't really see Will and Niko and Leo and Calypso really all that much interact in Heroes of Olympus. It starts there, but we see a lot more into the Trials of Apollo series. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been kind of a mess. It's just been me, freaking out over everything and just needing more Rick Riordan stuff, basically, in my life. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, and I will